I really want to hear the funny things that client come and request you. Tell us.
Actually, what does it take to have a body like a celebrity?
Now, this may be very controversial also to say. The entire gym used to approach me asking only one question, that's which steroid should we be using?
If you were to conclude, what is the big one no that one should not do when you are into the training yourself physically? How should I choose my trainer as a person who wants to become fit? What should I be looking for?
In the world of fitness, between all the madness, the definitions are changing. What is good, what is bad, everyone is defining by themselves. So let us just understand from the expert, Bindi Sridharan, who is a founder and director of BFL Fitness. And we'll get to know how he perceives the fitness, what are the key takeaways that we have from him and his journey. Bini is very well renowned for the fitness industry. Let's just start asking and pouncing him with many questions that I have with respect to fitness. To start with, can you please tell us little about yourself?
I am in fitness from last 25 years. Before that, I used to be an athlete. I used to play cricket. I played for Mumbai under 19. I was in the university team, and I also played for top clubs in Mumbai in the A division. Because I was an athlete, that's how I got interest in getting into fitness. And the journey in fitness has been long, also very rewarding, not only rewarding in terms of money, in terms of, in terms of seeing people improve their health, which was the goal which I had initially. If you look at my background, my dad was in the army, so I'm born in Kerala, brought up all over India. That's how it has all started. We were in Assam, we were in Punjab, we were in Bangalore, we were in down south Kerala. Then the last posting was in Kulaba. That's how, I've seen literally every nook and corner of India, and then finally settled in Mumbai. And then the journey of cricket started and fitness from there.
आप जब भी कॉलेज में थे, आप जब भी when you started getting more and more aware, as you said you're a sports person yourself, तो वहां से लेके आज की तारीख में how much people have increased when it comes to awareness, the ratio?
Now, internet has done a big job in terms of bringing awareness to people in terms of health and fitness. बट ड्यूरिंग आवर टाइम, हमारे टाइम में ऐसा कुछ था नहीं. फिटनेस, अगर कोई बच्चा स्पोर्ट खेलता है तो देन ही इज डूइंग सम एक्टिविटी टू इम्प्रूव हिज फिटनेस लेवल, विच इज नॉट द ट्रूथ. नाउ ऑल्सो इफ यू सी, देर आर किड्स who are playing. Along with playing, they have strength and conditioning coaches. They have training which will aid in improving their fitness level and performance also. So हमारे टाइम पे इतना ज़्यादा फिटनेस नहीं था, but glamour industry along with information on the net improved that a lot.
I would like to get back to you on this glamour industry and the sports related training. But before we go ahead, I really want to know what kicked you in to start with fitness as a career, and what were the initial days like?
So I remember I was a cricketer and didn't do very well. Although I played a decent level of cricket, then I realized, I can't make a career out of it. I was not from one of those affluent family where I could continue playing for a long time. I had to fetch a job for myself. Uh, Back then there was a lot of these betting issues were happening, and corporates were not giving jobs. Also, influence was one of the thing which was required in sport to get a job, which I didn't have, and I didn't end up with a job. And in life I always say that if you have too many options, that can also be a problem. Okay, I had options because academically, although I was not good, but then from my educational background, I could easily look into some other career option. That's when I stumbled upon fitness, did a couple of certification program, and then I started my journey as a trainer.
When
So
you started,
yeah.
how did you train yourself into acquiring the knowledge? आपने वो खुद को कैसे तैयार किया to enter this world? Because I'm sure the awareness was next to nil. मुझे मुझे नहीं लगता तब जिम थे कुछ था
Right.
anything. So how did you start on that acquiring knowledge?
I remember the first course when I did back in 99 2000, we got a manual, fitness manual. That's about it. The entire information in that manual, given by the academy, was gospel truth for us. हमको उसके आगे कुछ पता नहीं था. And we used to travel to South Bombay in Fort area, where they used to have these library sort of thing, books kept at the footpath पे रखते थे. वहाँ पे 2 मैगज़ीन मिलता था, एक आयरन मैन करके और फ्लेक्स मैगज़ीन। वो जाके हम लोग पढ़ते थे। वो पढ़ के उसमें से इन्फॉर्मेशन लेते थे। दैट्स हाउ इट ऑल स्टार्टेड। इंटरनेट तो दूर-दूर की बात है, कहीं मिलता नहीं था। देयर वाज़ नो प्रोग्राम ऑन टेलीविज़न टू रियली अपग्रेड योर नॉलेज। सो जो भी बुक्स मिलते थे, उससे हम लोग पढ़ते थे और फ़िटनेस के बारे में सीखते थे। It was very difficult initially. Now it is so much easy to gather information. But मैं बोलता हूँ जैसे it is a boon and a bane. Internet, you have information in abundance, but you don't know which information to rely on or trust on.
I'm very curious to know now about the celebrity workouts. Of course, people just show very halka pulka workout, but actually, what does it take to have a body like a celebrity?
I remember training the celebrity. I don't want to name the celebrity. I was training the celebrity where the entire gym is filled with celebrities. Okay. Uh, Now, this may be very controversial also to say that the entire gym used to approach me asking only one question, that's which steroid should we be using? What is the steroid cycle we should be using? So, the trend in the fitness has changed everything, and people are focusing on the kind of steroids they should be using. It's not about training program anymore. It's not about supplements. They only talk about steroids. It's a very sad state, you know. Celebrities want quick results. They will resort to these kind of substances, which is harmful for the health. So don't just blindly look at a celebrity and say that, they, by the way, I'm not saying that you use steroids and it is magic for you. It won't come very easily for you. Even if you take steroid, you will have to put in that kind of hard work behind it. But it is unhealthy. For a normal person, that's not something you should look forward to. आप देखोगे सेलिब्रिटी को, आपको ये याद रखना है कि there's lot of hard work, there's lot of dedication behind it. Along with that, there are certain substances which they use, which will be a shortcut, but nevertheless, it can be harmful for your body. So word of caution will be very careful whom you are following.
We talked about steroids. Now, another controversial thing that we often hear nowadays is the Ozempic. I really want you to throw some light on Ozempic, that what it does and how it is abused or how it is used. How do you see it?
I'm not a diabetologist, I'm not a doctor to talk on Ozempic, but with whatever limited information I have got, and in fact, a lot of people approach me with the substance, whether they should be using this to lose weight. So I'll be only talking from that perspective, how it can help.
Yeah, sure.
Right now, this will subside your appetite. That's the only way you are losing weight. The moment it reduces your appetite, you end up consuming lesser calories. Now, also, what are the side effects? इसका side effect किसी को मालूम नहीं है, क्योंकि there's no longitudinal study done on this. How it can adversely affect your body or your health. So what you need to do is try out every possible way to lose weight or improve your health. Don't let any stone unturned before using this. Now, these substances were made for type 2 diabetes as well as people with renal dysfunction, which is being used in health to lose weight, which I don't think is right. Same is with steroid. Now, steroid never started, they didn't start making steroids or anabolic steroids to be used by bodybuilders. The purpose was completely different. अब ऐसा हो गया कि हर बॉडी बिल्डर यूज करता है. Similarly, Ozempic should not be used as a mode for losing weight. You don't know the ill effect of Ozempic in the long term, right? So I would say don't let any stone unturned before using Ozempic. Then you need to consult your doctor, and maybe they will be in a better position to guide you whether you should go in with that.
Before even I start my journey, what do you think? How should I choose my trainer as a person who wants to become fit? What should I be looking for?
Now, generally, what happens is when you're choosing a trainer, you just look at the physique of a trainer and you will think that if this guy has got a physique, good physique, then definitely he can help me improve his physique, which is very unlikely. He may have taken substance which has improved his. He may be into bodybuilding. That's the reason. He may not have adequate knowledge which can help you. So I always tell clients that you need to probe, you need to question the trainer, you need to take an interview of the trainer before you select a trainer. Now, it's not about his physique, it's about your body, it's about your health. Now, what does he has in store in terms of knowledge, in terms of dedication, in terms of time commitment for you to help your health, health and fitness, which is very important. The most trainers with a decent physique end up getting good clients is only because of their physique. 2 months, 3 months, 6 months down the line, they will realize that this is not the trainer who can improve my health the same way he is done to his own body, right? So you need to understand. Now, I always say coaching is a selfless profession, right? Now, if I am training you, I need to be very sure that I look into your day to day life, your workout, your diet, your rest, your stress level, right? I am doing certain things selflessly. I may not get 8 hours of sleep, but I'll make sure that I'm there at your place at 4 o'clock to train you, right? I may miss my breakfast, but I'll make sure that you have your breakfast on time, right? I will ask you to rest properly and do all those things which will help you improve your health. Now, this is a selfless job. Now, a trainer with a good physique who's into a sport called bodybuilding, he will be so full of himself, he's just focusing on himself. Now, he cannot be selfless because the demand from the sport is so much that he has to be selfish. He needs to worry about his own fitness level, he needs to worry about his sleep, his diet, his protein intake, and all that, right? He may miss out on looking at you selflessly. So I always say that a coach should be selfless. So you need to understand what sort of plan or program they are giving you to improve your health. The moment you sit down, take this interview and check what plan they are making for your betterment.
So, if you were to train a trainer, what all areas of training to train a trainer you would touch upon? Like, how would you design a program for that?
For a trainer,
Yeah.
okay. We run our own academy where we train trainers. We provide them
And this BFL.
DFL, yeah, DFL Fitness Institute, where we train the trainers. This program entails theoretical knowledge, knowledge of anatomy, physiology, kinesiology, biomechanics, basic nutrition. All these things are covered theoretically in this. Also, we have practicals in it where we train the trainers, how they can train clients practically, in terms of exercise technique, exercise form. So these things are taught to them. Also, along with that, we teach them, the soft skills part, what they need to understand. Grooming is one of that. It's very important to groom well, when you are going to some top clients, people skills, how you talk to people, what sort of rapport you make with them. These things are very important. So we touch upon that also to make a good trainer. Communication skills is one more thing which we work on, because if you, even though you may have the knowledge, but if you are not able to communicate it, it doesn't make any sense. Communication is one more aspect which we work on for the trainers. So I think all in all, knowledge, one, the drive to train people is the other one, and the third one would be all these skills which you need to acquire, that is communication skills, people skills, those things you need to have to become a good trainer.
Oh, that's really wonderful. Beyond this, when people think of the health goal, do you think that they know what they're actually looking for, like the weight training, the strength training, the cardio, and this and that and all? Do they really know that what are they looking for the end goal?
So with the internet, people are more aware of what they really want, but they are only looking at the end goal. They are not looking at the process. And we make them follow the process. Process is you need to do minimum amount of cardio, you need to do so much of weight training, then you need to focus on your nutrition, rest has to be in place. So these things has to be in place. तो हम यही फोकस करते हैं कि ये सब चारों चीजें ढंग से हो जाए तो उनका हेल्थ इंप्रूव होता है. तो हम ये एक इंडिविजुअलाइजेशन होता है कि हर कोई आता है कुछ एक पर्टिकुलर गोल से. वी नीड टू मेक देम अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट देयर गोल शुड बी इवेंचुअली, एंड देन वी चेक देयर फिटनेस लेवल. उसके बाद उनको बताते हैं कि इसको अचीव करने के लिए क्या क्या करना पड़ता है. ऑल्सो ड्यूरिंग द ट्रेनिंग प्रोसेस हमको ये मालूम पड़ता है कि द काइंड ऑफ ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम विच वी आर फॉलोइंग विद देम वो रिस्पॉन्ड कर रहा है कि नहीं, उनका बॉडी कैसे रिस्पॉन्ड कर रहा है वो ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम. So what we do is we tweak the program a little bit to see what sort of difference it's bringing about. ये बहुत important है ट्रेनर के लिए.
What is the one key factor that is non-negotiable when it comes to training your body?
One factor which is non-negotiable, it's like आपको 10th स्टैंडर्ड पास करना है तो आप ये नहीं बोल सकते कौन सा सब्जेक्ट में मैं फोकस करूं. यू कांट से सिर्फ मैं मैथ पास कर लिया तो पास हो जाऊंगा 10th. Not possible. So there's no one thing, you will have to focus on everything. Lot of people say that it is 80% nutrition and 20% exercise, right? So that's one more myth.
Is
You have to focus 100% on nutrition, 100% on exercise to get 100% results. If you do 80% nutrition, and imagine if you're not working out at all, if it is only 20%, it will not give you that kind of results. So if you want 100% result, it has to be 100% nutrition, 100% exercise or physical activity.
I guess before we took a break, you were talking about the GDP, and I will really want you to share your mantra of GDP with our viewers. Please tell us.
Okay. Now, GDP, I know I'm no one to talk about GDP of a country, but this GDP is not about a country. This is about each individual. Now, this GDP stands for grit, determination, and perseverance. Anyone with high level of grit, determination, and perseverance will always make it big in life. I have noticed this personally. Whatever I have done with grit, determination, and perseverance, I have always seen success. Okay, no matter what, whether it's my personal goal, whether it's goal for my company, whether it's goal for my client, whoever had higher amount of great determination and perseverance, they have always done very well. All right, so you have to put your head down, you have to be at it all the time.
That's something very important. और मुझे ये भी पूछना है आपसे कि हाउ डू यू मेक श्योर दैट योर क्लाइंट इज मोटिवेटेड मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स, क्योंकि ये बहुत इजी है कि आप पहले जिम चालू करो, पैसा भरो, मेंबरशिप लो, एंड वन वीक यू शो अप एंड देन इट जस्ट स्टार्ट ड्रॉपिंग. सो व्हाट डू यू डू अबाउट दैट?
तो ये बहुत सारे क्लाइंट्स का यही प्रॉब्लम रहता है. दे कम विद अ पर्टिकुलर गोल एंड दे वांट टू अचीव इट क्विकली. तो हम करते क्या है, उनको पहले तो बताते हैं कि ये इजी टास्क नहीं है, और हम धीरे धीरे यही करते हैं कि उनके अंदर मोटिवेशन होना चाहिए. नो मैटर हम लोग कितना भी उनको मोटिवेट कर ले, अगर वो इंट्रिंसिक मोटिवेशन नहीं होगा तो वो लॉन्ग टर्म तक लेके जाके नहीं जा सकते. तो जो इनिशियल फेज रहता है ट्रेनिंग का, दैट इज व्हाट विच वी फोकस ऑन, जहाँ पे we don't tell them to have lot of motivation from within. We tell them to focus on small goals. They will come with goal, humongous goal. बहुत difficult task के साथ आते हैं. कुछ लोग मेरे पास आएंगे, बोलेंगे कि मुझे 20-25 किलो कम करना है. टाइम फ्रेम दिमाग में नहीं रहेगा. They will say कि जितना जल्दी होगा, 2 महीने में हो सकता है तो 2 महीने में. Then we will have to bring them to the reality. It's not a easy job. धीरे धीरे स्टेप बाय स्टेप आपको करना पड़ेगा. तो हम वही करते हैं, फिर उनको धीरे धीरे रियलिटी चेक कराते हैं. अगर पहले दिन मैं बोलूँगा इट्स इम्पॉसिबल, देन दे विल लूज इंटरेस्ट. सो हमको धीरे धीरे बताना पड़ता है कि आप जो आउटकम है उससे प्रोसेस पे लेके आओ दिमाग. प्रोसेस विल बी व्हाट, यू हैव टू एक्सरसाइज 1 आवर इन अ डे, यू हैव टू फॉलो योर डाइट. आपको हाई प्रोटीन लेना पड़ेगा. एक प्रोटीन एक मैक्रो पे ध्यान दो. आपको पानी अच्छी तरह पीना पड़ेगा, 8 घंटे का स्लीप आना चाहिए। ये सब आप बेसिक चीज पे, द एंटायर फोकस फ्रॉम आउटकम वी आर ब्रिंगिंग इट डाउन टू द प्रोसेस। आपने आज 10 किलो उठाया, नेक्स्ट सेशन में आपको 15 किलो उठाना है। तो अगेन द क्लाइंट इज नॉट थिंकिंग अबाउट 10 केजी वेट लॉस, ही इज थिंकिंग अबाउट आज मैंने 10 उठाए, परसों मुझे 15 उठाना है। आज मैंने 1 किलोमीटर कवर किया ट्रेडमिल पे, कल मेरे को 2 किलोमीटर करना है। So what we are trying to do is we are trying to bring their attention from the goal to the process. They won't realize कि 3 महीना कैसे निकल गया, right? Because now they are focusing on the process and not the outcome of it. Outcome will happen. It's like solving a puzzle, right? You put all the pieces in the right place, you will get results. Similarly, in fitness, you do everything correctly on a day-to-day basis, you will see the results happening. You don't have to worry about it. Often I've seen people checking their weight on a daily basis,
Oh, yeah.
which is a big no. That's again not focusing on the process, but focusing on the outcome.
I wanted to ask you another question. Now, that's merely out of curiosity. Do men and women's body respond differently? क्योंकि I've seen कि men मुझसे बड़े लंबे चौड़े ऐसे घूमते रहते हैं and women we struggle. Is it just in our head or do we actually respond to the workouts differently? Tell us.
Absolutely. Uh, the body responds differently,
Yeah.
men and women, because of the hormonal difference. So, men have more testosterone, which favors, muscle building very easily. So you will not see too much of fat in their body, men. On the other hand, women will carry more fat in their body. That is the gender difference you will have to, live with. But yes, this is a big myth that, although there is this difference, you shouldn't be doing strength training. Now, if a women does strength training, that will only going to help them. Everyone out there, they should focus on these things, that women should do strength training. They will not look like men simply because they don't have the iron to support it.
Okay.
A lot of women come and tell me that, I don't want to do weight training because I will look like you, which is not possible.
Yeah.
And that's not going to happen. आप कितना भी वेट ट्रेनिंग कर लो, इवेंचुअली वो होने ही वाला है कि आपका बॉडी टोन होगा, आपका मसल इतना ज़्यादा नहीं बढ़ेगा, क्योंकि उसको सपोर्ट करने के लिए वो हार्मोन नहीं है, जिसको हम लोग टेस्टोस्टेरोन बोलते हैं, ठीक है? तो वो होगा तो मसल्स बढ़ेगा इतना ज़्यादा, नहीं तो नहीं बढ़ेगा। यू विल टोन। इनफैक्ट टू कीप ऑल द लाइफस्टाइल डिजीज एट बे, स्ट्रेंथ ट्रेनिंग इज वेरी बेनिफिशियल। तो ऑल्दो आपका बॉडी स्ट्रक्चर, बॉडी कॉम्पोजिशन अलग रहेगा, बट ट्रेनिंग आप सिमिलर कर सकते हो। अगर वेट ट्रेनिंग 3 बार कर रहे हैं तो men women they all should be doing strength training twice or thrice a week at least.
So, can you target a particular body part and sculpt it, or is it like the entire holistic body workout? That is only because कोई बोलता है मेरे आर्म्स मोटे हैं, कोई बोलता है मेरे पेट पे बहुत है. Some men maybe they'll be like I want to look like a Hulk and flex the muscle. So what is your take on that? How does it start?
Are you talking about spot reduction?
No, spot reduction is one thing for sure. लेकिन आप जैसे बैलेंस करते हैं कि थाइस का वर्कआउट, strengthening of it, carbs, this, that, etc. Because at the end of the day, you also have to make sure कि आपकी body injured नहीं हो रही है just because you are overdoing something and you are ignoring. So what is your take on, setting the targets for yourself? First, of course, the spot reduction and then the rest. Please.
So women come out with this spot reduction ka thing. They want to reduce fat from particular area.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and men want to have a bigger biceps. So they think, let me train biceps more and then I will have a bigger biceps.
Yeah.
So both have got similar answer for it. Now, the moment you are training for a particular part, you are strengthening the muscles beneath that fat layer, right? तो वो फैट लेयर के नीचे जो मसल है उसको ट्रेन कर रहे हो, वो मसल को ट्रेन करने के वजह से उसके ऊपर का फैट नहीं जाएगा।
अच्छा।
ओके, जब आप फैट लॉस करोगे यू विल लूज फैट फ्रॉम एवरी पार्ट, ऑलराइट? So you can't train a particular part and make that part lose. You can train a particular part and increase the muscle size in that area. तो अगर मैं बाइसेप्स कर्ल कर रहा हूँ तो मेरा बाइसेप्स बड़ा होगा डेफिनेटली. हम उसको सेड प्रिंसिपल बोलते हैं, स्पेसिफिक एडेप्टेशन टू इम्पोज डिमांड. हम स्पेसिफिकली जो भी ट्रेनिंग कर रहे हैं, जिस पार्ट के लिए भी कर रहे हैं, वो पार्ट रिस्पॉन्ड करेगा. ठीक है. बट ऐसे भी होता है बाइसेप्स रोज कर रहे हैं थिंकिंग दैट जितना ज्यादा करूंगा उतना ज्यादा बेनिफिट मिलेगा, विच इज नॉट अ ट्रूथ. ये this is especially for men. Okay, don't think that training too often in a week will result in bigger muscles. That's not true. Okay, the ideal dosage, what is recommended is to train a muscle group once, twice or thrice in a week. उससे ज्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए. तो अगर मैं बाइसेप्स कर रहा हूँ 2 बार करूंगा काफी है मसल बिल्ड करने के लिए. ज्यादा बार करते रहूंगा विद हायर इंटेंसिटी, आई कैन गेट इंजर्ड. ओवर यूज इंजरीज हो सकता है, जैसे हम हमेशा सुनते हैं टेनिस एल्बो, गोल्फर्स एल्बो वगैरह. वो ओवर ट्रेन करने की वजह से होता है. इट इज बेसिकली टेंडनाइटिस, इन्फ्लेम्ड टेंडन्स बिकॉज ऑफ ओवर यूज. सो वो नहीं होना चाहिए. तो दोनों तरीके से अगर आप प्रिस्क्राइब सोच रहे हैं कि स्पॉट रिडक्शन होगा, it won't happen. If you are thinking muscles will become bigger by training that particular more often, that is a risky business also. The dosage will be twice, will be good enough training a muscle group.
All right. And how does a fat loss program look different from the strength program? Like, क्या होता है fat loss program? How is it designed, and what is the strength program? How is it designed?
So there is not much of a difference, to be honest. Now, if I am making a fat loss program for you, on the flip side, if I am making a weight loss program for you, that will differ. Now, if I'm making a fat loss program for you, I will include a resistance training for you. So, what is beneficial is fat loss more important or weight loss more important? Fat loss is more important for you, right? Not weight loss. Weight loss कराना है तो मैं आपको धूप में खड़ा करूंगा 1 घंटा, राइट? यू विल स्वेट एंड यू विल लूज वेट. 1 घंटे के बाद आके आप वेट चेक करो, यू हैव लॉस्ट वेट. हैज इट कंट्रीब्यूटेड टू इम्प्रूविंग योर हेल्थ? शायद नहीं, राइट? What you need to do understand is you need to lose fats from your body which is not metabolically very active. उसको lose करना है. उसको lose करने के लिए best approach क्या है? A combination of cardio and resistance training या फिर weight training. दोनों को combine करो, आपका muscle mass बढ़ेगा. आपका muscle mass बढ़ेगा तो आपका बेसल मेटाबॉलिक रेट बढ़ेगा. आप जो भी कैलोरीज खा रहे हो उसको बॉडी यूज कर सकता है. तो इसके हिसाब से आपका फैट लॉस होगा. तो वेट ट्रेनिंग और कार्डियो दोनों के लिए होना चाहिए. अगर कोई वेट लॉस के लिए स्पेसिफिकली आ रहा है, देन दे प्रिस्क्राइब टू मच ऑफ कार्डियो सो दैट दे विल लूज वाटर फ्रॉम देयर बॉडी, दे विल लूज फैट फ्रॉम देयर बॉडी, और वो थोड़ा बहुत मसल मास भी लूज करते हैं ओनली कार्डियो करने से, विच इज नॉट एडवाइजेबल. जो मेटाबॉलिकली एक्टिव सेल्स है, जो मसल सेल्स है, उसको आपको रिटेन करना, मसल टिश्यूज को आपको रिटेन करना, उसको आपके बॉडी से कम होने नहीं देना है. क्योंकि हम बोलते हैं कि मसल मास जो है वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट ऑर्गन बोल सकते हैं, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है फॉर लॉन्जेविटी ऑफ लाइफ.
That's again very interesting thing to know. Further, I would like to know, I mean, how does training, the physical training, help with the depression? What is your view on that? Because if you say that to do a training, the mental strength is required. At the same time, if someone is going through a depression, how this training can help mental depression?
Now there's a lot of research showing the effect of training on mental health also. We always say that there are certain hormones which are secreted which will have a positive effect in terms of mental health. Now, if you are exercising, you just start your exercise program. Dopamine is the hormone which will be secreted, which is a feel good, hormone. Then over a period of time, you train for long period of time, you will see that serotonin, which is again a feel good hormone in your body, which will be secreted. You will feel better. These hormones are secreted and will make you feel better, mentally tougher. आपके लिए ये बहुत अच्छा है इन टर्म्स ऑफ योर थॉट प्रोसेस, मेंटल टफनेस, मेंटल हेल्थ के लिए. एक्सरसाइज इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट फैक्टर्स. इनफैक्ट रिसर्च ये दिखाया है कि BDNF बोलते हैं, ब्रेन डिराइव्ड न्यूरोट्रॉफिक फैक्टर, ब्रेन सेल्स को एक्टिवेट ही नहीं करता है, ये न्यूरोप्लास्टिसिटी भी लाता है। एक्सरसाइज से ब्रेन सेल्स भी डेवलप होता है। तो एक्सरसाइज इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन टर्म्स ऑफ हैविंग अ गुड मेंटल हेल्थ।
So, in all this, if you were to conclude, what is the big one no that one should not do when you are into the training yourself physically? Something that उसे परहेज रखनी है. You are not supposed to even look at it. Say the addictions or this and that and etc. Because of course we are too distracted in our lives. So what will you say on that?
मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ कि डोंट जंप इनटू एनी सप्लीमेंट्स, डोंट जंप इनटू एनी काइंड ऑफ शॉर्टकट्स। और मैं हमेशा लोगों को यही बताता हूँ कि आप जो भी कर रहे हो वो नेचुरली इनिशियली करने को देखना चाहिए, और धीरे-धीरे ये जो सप्लीमेंट वगैरह का थोड़ा रिसर्च करके फिर आप उसमें आ सकते हो।
So what is that one thing that you have to stay away? Yeah, because we are too distracted, right? We are not sleeping on time. We are not doing this, that, that. So that one thing that you will just say, "Okay, okay, fine. Maybe say smoking, maybe say drinking, or whatever."
या सो जैसे मैं एथलीट्स को हमेशा बोलता हूँ कि देयर आर 2 थिंग्स व्हिच एन एथलीट विल हैव टू डू टू सक्सीड। यही मैं लोगों को भी बोलता हूँ। वन इज़ डिस्ट्रैक्शंस, ठीक है? देयर विल बी लॉट ऑफ डिस्ट्रैक्शंस एंड देन ऑल दीज़ इंडल्जेंस, ओके? तो ये डिस्ट्रैक्शन एंड इंडल्जेंस बहुत बुरी चीज़ है। डिस्ट्रैक्शन क्या हो सकता है? डिस्ट्रैक्शन कोई भी हो सकता है। इट कैन बी समबडी हू इज़ वेरी क्लोज टू यू, ऑलराइट? डिस्ट्रैक्शन एंड एडिक्शन वगैरह, दिस कैन बी वेरी क्लोज टू यू। डिस्ट्रैक्शन कैसा हो सकता है? एक फैमिली मेंबर मुझे बोल रहा है कि आज वर्कआउट नहीं करना है, आज हम लोग मूवी के लिए चलते हैं, राइट? नाउ इज़ द फैमिली मेंबर बैड फॉर यू? द फैमिली मेंबर इज़ नॉट बैड फॉर यू, but that person, whatever they have told you at that point in time, was not very important for you compared to your exercise. So ये एक distraction हो गया। ये distraction हो सकता है कि कोई और मूवी देखने जा रहा है या फिर कुछ और कर रहा है, पार्टी कर रहा है, और मुझे करने नहीं मिल रहा है मेरे एक्सरसाइज टाइम पे। सो यू हैव टू डू सैक्रिफाइसेस फॉर इम्प्रूविंग योर हेल्थ। तो डिस्ट्रैक्शंस को दूर रखना है, थोड़ा सैक्रिफाइसेस करना पड़ेगा इनिशियली, देन इट बिकम्स अ हैबिट व्हिच बिकम्स वेरी इजी फॉर यू। सो अल्कोहल इज समथिंग यू शुड कीप अवे, नो मैटर कौन सा भी डॉक्टर आपको बताए कि इट हैज गॉट सम गुड हेल्दी इफेक्ट इन योर बॉडी, डोंट डू दैट, ऑलराइट? Smoking is one thing you will have to give up, right? These two things are very bad for your body. Don't use supplements very early into your training program or your journey to health.
Are there any preferred supplements that you suggest, like in terms of, vitamins, minerals, calcium, etc., etc.? What is it that you often suggest to men or women, or is there like how do you decide that?
You'll have to do a study on which nutrient a particular person is deficient in. There has to be some blood work done before you suggest somebody a supplement. Certain blood report will give us a fair idea about which nutrients they are lacking in. A lot of people come with vitamin D deficiency, B12 deficiency. These are the common deficiency what we have seen. A lot of people are becoming vegan, so they will be deficient in B complex vitamins. So we have seen that happening. We have seen a lot of people sitting indoors, their entire day, they are sitting inside. They don't get sunlight. So it's very important to get that sunlight to, get vitamin D, right? So now in those scenario where you are not getting enough sunlight, you can have vitamin D supplements, D3 supplements. You can have B12 supplements. So those are the scenarios whenever there is a deficiency, you can have supplements. Protein supplements are one of the bigger things in the market. Again, that should only be consumed if your protein intake is lacking in your diet. And if you look at our staple diet, Indian diet, उसमें प्रोटीन की कमी डेफिनेटली है। हम बहुत ज़्यादा कार्ब्स खाते हैं, तो कार्ब्स को चेक करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, हमको ईज़िली कार्ब्स मिल जाता है। तो एक चीज़ हमको चेक करने की ज़रूरत है कि हमारा जो प्रोटीन रिक्वायरमेंट है, वो मीट हो रहा है कि नहीं। वो मीट करने के लिए एक सिंपल फ़ॉर्मूला आप यूज़ कर सकते हो। आपका जो भी बॉडी वेट है, उसको मल्टीप्लाई करो 1 ग्राम के साथ, ठीक है? तो इफ आई एम 70 केजीज़, ऑलराइट, व्हिच आई एम नॉट, सो इफ आई एम 70 केजीज़, I need to consume at least 70 grams of protein. That's what my target should be. So if I'm focusing on only this macro to consume 70 grams of protein, I will realize that everything else falls into place. All right. So every macro is important. I need to consume enough protein, quality protein. I need to have good carbohydrates. I need to have good fats. These things has to be in place. So मुझे एक macro के ऊपर अगर मैं ध्यान दूंगा, बाकी सब will fall in place. That macro is protein. Consume enough protein. तो अगर आपके डाइट में if you are a vegan, you need to consume enough protein. Then check करो हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा है, तो then you can add a supplement. Okay. Now there are a lot of companies which manufactures whey protein. You can have any of these, whey protein, consume whatever is prescribed by your healthcare specialist.
Do you think that when it comes to uh, designing the workout, your eating preferences like vegetarian, non-vegetarian, vegan, do they have the natural resources of availability? ऐसे बोलते हैं कि chicken या mutton, you cannot replace it with something that is in vegetarian options.
Right.
So what is your take on that?
If you are a lacto vegan, you will get all the amino acids. So there are 9 essential amino acids which your body needs. Now, if you take one source of vegan, if you take one source vegan का, उसमें सब amino acids नहीं रहेंगे. For example, if I take something like a soy which is high in protein, soy लूंगा तो उसमें methionine करके एक amino acid है, वो कम है, right? On the other side, if I take something like rice, which is दाल भी उसमें आ जाता है, दाल में भी मिथ्योनिन बहुत कम है. अगर मैं राइस ले लो, राइस में मिथ्योनिन बहुत ज़्यादा रहेगा, राइट? तो अगर मैं दाल और राइस को मिक्स कर दूंगा तो मुझे कंप्लीट अमीनो एसिड प्रोफाइल मिल जाता है. बट नॉन वेजिटेरियन में ये प्रॉब्लम नहीं आता है, मुझे सब अमीनो एसिड मिल जाता है. मैं कोई भी सोर्स लूँ, बी इट एग, बी इट मिल्क, or be it chicken or any other non-vegetarian source, my body is getting all the essential amino acids. इसके लिए हम लोग नॉन वेजिटेरियन सोर्स जो है उसको बोलते हैं फर्स्ट क्लास प्रोटीन. ऑलराइट. वेजिटेरियन से क्योंकि हमको कंप्लीट अमीनो एसिड प्रोफाइल नहीं मिलता है एक सोर्स से, हम उसको कंप्लीट प्रोटीन नहीं बोल सकते. तो 2-3 चीजों को मिक्स करना पड़ेगा to get your complete amino.
So, what are that 2-3 things that you would suggest to vegetarians to complete that amino acid
So the
profile?
problem with that is you will consume lot of carbs also along with.
Okay.
तो अगर आप दाल और राइस मिक्स करते हो तो आपका जो अमीनो एसिड प्रोफाइल है वो तो कंप्लीट हो रहा है,
Hmm.
बट इसमें जितने भी कार्ब्स है वो भी आप कंज्यूम कर रहे हो.
Hmm.
यहाँ पे सप्लीमेंट आपको हेल्प करेगा. ऑलराइट. बट अगर आप प्योर वीगन हो, इवन इफ यू आर नॉट अ लैक्टो वीगन इज somebody who's consuming milk products. They're vegan, but they along with that they consume dairy products. Or if you're not a lacto vegan, then it's very difficult to get your adequate protein requirement.
That's really amazing to know these kind of food habits that can help us even in a restrictive environment or to train yourself. Subhani, I would like you to share with us the science behind cardio fitness and strength fitness.
Now, a strength training, like the name suggests, it is to improve strength. There are 2 reasons why you will be doing strength training. One is to improve strength. Strength क्या है? आपका ताकत. और दूसरा रीज़न आप इसके लिए करोगे टू इम्प्रूव योर हाइपोट्रोफी. हाइपोट्रोफी मसल का साइज़ बढ़ाना है. इन दोनों को क्यों करना है आपको? स्ट्रेंथ और हाइपोट्रोफी का क्या बेनिफिट है? आप जब भी स्ट्रेंथ ट्रेनिंग करते हो आप ज़्यादा मसल मास ऐड करते हो बॉडी में. जितना मसल मास रहेगा, व्हाट यू आर डूइंग इज यू आर नॉट ओनली एलिवेटिंग योर मेटाबॉलिज्म, also you are creating receptor sites for glucose uptake. So even for a diabetic, I would suggest that they should do strength training. It's very important. Not only diabetics, it's also for preventing diabetes or major lifestyle diseases. Strength training plays a very important role. You need to have a structured training program for everyone. So this is something, if I have to pick one form of training program, if I've got option of picking up only one form of training program, then it will be undoubtedly strength training. All right, it's not cardio, it's strength training. For me, it's my personal favorite. Not only personal favorite, I've seen good results with my clients. I have seen good results with a lot of people. So strength training is a big yes, and without any doubt आपको strength training तो करना ही चाहिए. Second comes cardio is equally important to improve your cardiorespiratory fitness. आपका हार्ट कितना अच्छी तरह काम कर रहा है, लंग्स कितना अच्छी तरह ऑक्सीजन ले सकता है और एक्सपेल कर सकता है, ये एस्पेक्ट के लिए कार्डियोवास्कुलर का भी बहुत सारा बेनिफिट है. कैलोरी एक्सपेंड करने के लिए कार्डियोवास्कुलर एक्सरसाइज बहुत हेल्प करता है. तो इसका भी रिकमेंडेशंस है. तो जनरली हम लोग बोलते हैं कि आपको 150 मिनट्स पर वीक कार्डियोवास्कुलर एक्सरसाइज करना चाहिए, और स्ट्रेंथ ट्रेनिंग आपको 2 से या 3 बार करना ही चाहिए. 2 से 3 बार आपको स्ट्रेंथ ट्रेनिंग करना चाहिए, और कार्डियोवास्कुलर का प्रिस्क्रिप्शन है 150 मिनट आपको कम से कम हफ्ते में करना चाहिए, या फिर 1000 कैलोरीज तक आपको बर्न करना चाहिए हफ्ते में. तो ये प्रिस्क्रिप्शन है, और आप दोनों साथ में कर सकते हो. यू विल गेट द बेस्ट ऑफ बोथ द वर्ल्ड्स. बट इफ यू हैव टू पिक अप वन, देन strength training is something which is mandatory, inevitable. You have to do strength training.
What are your myths on training for like gut health, sleep, stress? How do they interfere in your training program?
Okay, so gut health is extensively studied of late. The microbiome of the intestine, all these things have been studied extensively now. There's a lot of diet based on these things, which has got a lot of science behind it and a lot of truth behind it. तो हमको हमारा गट हेल्थ अच्छा रखना बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है. तो whatever we are putting in our body is very important. Whether we are putting something which is not acceptable by our GI tract, ये सब चीज़ें बहुत इम्पोर्टेंस रखता है. तो GI हेल्थ जो है वो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है न्यूट्रिएंट को ऑब्जर्व करने के लिए. हम बोलते हैं कि ये एक थ्रू एंड थ्रू पाइप है, जहाँ पे हम डाल रहे हैं उसके हिसाब से अब्जॉर्प्शन वही होगा जो चीज़ हम डाल रहे हैं. जैसे हम लोग न्यूट्रिशन में बोलते हैं कि यू आर व्हाट यू ईट. तो आप अपने बॉडी में जो डाल रहे हैं वही वो अब्जॉर्ब कर पाएगा. आप अगर खराब चीज़ डालेंगे वो भी वो अब्जॉर्ब कर लेगा, राइट. आप पॉइजन डालोगे तो भी वो अब्जॉर्ब कर लेगा. सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू नरिश योर बॉडी विद द राइट काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स.
We definitely heard, Vidya Balan once saying that it was a severe inflammation that actually hindered into her weight loss journey or her fitness journey. When a person comes to you, how do you actually identify कि अच्छा यहाँ पे you might have to first see the doctor before even directly jumping with the gun.
करेक्ट.
So what would you suggest कि what are such factors that can or like suppose a BP हो गया या something. How do you make a marriage between the fitness program and the health issues?
So we have something known as a PARQ. PARQ stands for Physical Activity Readiness Question. So this is a health screening session which we go through the clients. So we have to check whether they are eligible to participate in an exercise program, whether they have any family history of certain diseases which can be problematic in embarking on any kind of fitness program. The other thing is we check whether they have currently any kind of health issues which will create problems. So once they have gone through this health screening, then we prescribe them. If they have any kind of problem, अगर एक भी टिक हो जाता है, 2 टिक हो जाता है, तब उनको सीधा बोलते हैं कि डॉक्टर से क्लियरेंस सर्टिफिकेट लेके आओ, then you can start your program. The moment we go through the screening process, we will come to know whether the client can go ahead with their training program. Otherwise, we guide them to a doctor who will give us a clearance certificate, and then we put them onto a exercise program.
And when it comes to knowing how sleep and stress, the lack of sleep and stress can interfere with a workout, what is your take on that?
Now, lack of sleep and stress is a big problem when it comes to your health. Okay, a bigger problem than probably it will match, say, nutrition and exercise also. इतना important है sleep और stress. Stress को manage करना बहुत important है because the moment you are stressed out, there are hormones secreted which can create havoc in your body, which can have a lot of catabolic effect. It will take a lot of time for you to recover. So it's very important that you are stress free to have a very good environment in your body, which will be favorable in terms of improving your health. Sleep, again, a lot of these bodybuilders who come to me, the first thing I would check is whether they are getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep because it's very important. Now we can immediately see, people bloating up or they losing muscle mass when they are not getting adequate sleep. For an athlete, we prescribe 8 to 9 hours of sleep, right? So it's very important. Sleep is one of the most important factor in improving your health. Be it reducing fat percentage, be it increasing muscle mass, be it cognitive function, be it anything, sleep is one of the most important thing. And managing stresses are equally important. Otherwise, there will be some hormonal changes which can have adverse effect in improving your health.
हमारी जो इंजरीज होती है, what kind of injuries हमेशा client they come across to in the fitness training and how it can be prevented?
Now, if we are following a training program, तो आपका इंजरी जो होना चाहिए वो बहुत कम होना चाहिए. इंजरी ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम में नहीं होना चाहिए. ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम में इंजरीज कब होता है? जब आप दो रीजन से हो सकता है. आइदर यू आर lifting weights too soon, all right? You see somebody else lifting heavy weights and you want to get into that kind of lifting. There you can get injured, or you can have overuse injuries. अगर कोई भी चीज को रिपीटेडली करते जाओ और बहुत टाइम तक करते जाओ तो देयर कैन बी चांसेस. तो आपको यू हैव टू पुल बैक ऑल्सो. यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हेन टू पुल बैक. तो हम जब भी ट्रेनिंग करते हैं तो उनका ट्रेनिंग इंटेंसिटी बढ़ते जाता है और ऐसा एक फेज आएगा जब अब 3 हफ्ते के बाद 4 हफ्ते के बाद हम एक डी लोड सेशन देते हैं उनको, जहाँ पे हम उनका इंटेंसिटी सब कम कर देते हैं और दे विल गो थ्रू अ इजी सेशन. That's very important for everyone to improve their health. To go to the next level, they will have to have this deload session. So you can't keep on increasing the intensity all the time and think of improving. There a phase will come when you will hit the wall with an injury. So the kind of injury we get commonly in the gym is with the men, we will see tennis elbow and golfer's elbow. Like I said, they do biceps and triceps a lot more than they should be. That's the kind of injury we see a lot of shoulder injury. Because the shoulders are very mobile joint, the chances of it getting injured is also on the higher side, right? Then we see a lot of people who are into excessive running. They have cases of knee and ankle injuries, right? Now, whenever you are exercising, you're putting additional stress on the body and the joints. If the stress is chronic and you're not giving enough time for recovery, if you're not giving enough time, rest and recovery time, then there is a very good chance that you may get injured. तो हमको ये ध्यान में रखना है कि हम ट्रेन कर रहे हैं, उतना ही ट्रेन कर रहे हैं जितना हमारा बॉडी अडेप्ट कर सकता है. अडेप्टेशन नहीं हो रहा है तो हमको पुल बैक करना है, थोड़ा स्लो डाउन करना है एंड देन वापस उस पे जाना है.
So base is to listen to your body. All right. Vinny, before we can end the session, I really request you, आप पहले तो हमें एक बहुत अच्छी सी मस्त वाली, I really want to hear the funny things that client come and request you. Tell us.
वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग विद वन ऑफ द सेलिब्रिटीज, अगेन ट्रेनर था जो ये पर्टिकुलर सेलिब्रिटी को ट्रेन कर रहा था. एंड देन दिस गाय टोल्ड दैट सेलिब्रिटी कि मेरे सर भी डाइट देते हैं तो आप डाइट के लिए उनके साथ कंसल्ट कर लेना. तो बोला नहीं, मेरे पास एक फलाना सेलिब्रिटी न्यूट्रिशनिस्ट है, मैं उनसे कंसल्ट करूँगा. तो देन वन फाइन डे ट्रेनिंग के बीच में दिस ट्रेनर कॉल्ड मी एंड सेड कि सर ये मैडम कल पार्टी में गई थी और पार्टी में इनको डाइटिशियन ने फ़ोन किया और कुछ बताया, ये सही है कि नहीं? तो बोला क्या हो गया? तो बोला कि डाइटिशियन बता रही थी, ये क्लाइंट उसको बता रही थी कि मैंने बहुत सारा खाना खाया, उसमें बहुत फूड वाज़ फुल ऑफ फैट एंड इट हैड लॉट ऑफ कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स आल्सो. Then the moment I called my nutritionist, she said, right away leave the party, go home, have 2 cups of green tea, and the fat will not go into your body. Okay, this is the kind of absurd, made me laugh also, because what they think is green tea is like magic. It will not allow you to absorb the fat, which is not true. There is catechin in green tea which will inhibit fat absorption. Doesn't mean that fat will not be absorbed at all. No matter how much green tea she would have had, she cannot stop the fat being absorbed in the intestine. So this is the kind of misinformation being spread by even people in the industry. All right. So-called knowledgeable or celebrity fitness people are spreading this kind of lie. And I was in split. मैंने बोला कि एक काम कर, उधर एक bucket लेके जा green tea का. Let her drink 24/7 green tea and she will not put on any fat.
Vinny, for our young audience, I have this one question that how soon they can start with the workout because your body is still developing. What kind of workout can be chosen for someone, suppose say 8 साल से लेके 12 साल तक and 12 साल से लेके because हमारे टाइम में तो हम जब बड़े हो रहे थे there was nothing like a workout. आप जाओ लंगड़ी खेलो खो खो खेलो and you are like sorted. But now for this young audience, I would really, and especially parents also, because they want to put their children everywhere. So, what is it that you suggest in a different category stage of growing up? कौन सा workout, किस type का, for what age group you would suggest?
A very good question. We come across this kind of question from parents all the time कि isn't it too early for them to engage in a training program? तो हम हमेशा लोगों को यही बताते हैं कि you can start your strength training program whenever you want. Especially with athletes, we start very early in their life. Okay, strength training doesn't mean that I am putting 200 kg on a kid. No, it doesn't work that way. We go step by step. Whatever their capacity is, current capacity is, we will train with that kind of resistance. अगर हम जिम में देखेंगे एक बच्चे को स्क्वाट्स करते हुए, एक 5 साल का 8 साल का बच्चे को स्क्वाट्स करते हुए, विल से ये नहीं देना चाहिए, इसका हाइट ग्रोथ कम हो जाएगा, स्टंट हो जाएगा, राइट? दिस इज द कॉमन मिथ पीपल हैव. योर हाइट इज जेनेटिकली प्री डिसाइडेड. Training stimulus will only help you grow better, not stunt your growth. All right. Now parents आके ये पूछते हैं कि उसको, now tell me, you can see a toddler or you can see a small child also doing squats 10 times. नीचे बैठेगा, खेलेगा, get up, right, उठेगा. That's also squats. Technically that's also an exercise. It's putting a stress on the joint and the muscles. So there is no age. You can start at any given time, but you need to have a trained, knowledgeable professional behind these kind of kids who are getting on to resistance training या weight training. वही एक वर्ड ऑफ कॉशन है, जिनके पास नॉलेज है, जो वेट ट्रेनिंग करते समय वो अच्छा है कि नहीं, कितना स्ट्रेस देना चाहिए, वो इम्पोर्टेंट है. तो अगर कोई है जो नॉलेजेबल है, जो बच्चों को गाइड कर सकते हैं, जनरली हम लोग बोलते हैं स्ट्रेंथ एंड कंडीशनिंग कोचेस आर एलिजिबल टू प्रिस्क्राइब टू दीज किड्स. बट अगर वो स्पोर्ट्स में नहीं है तो क्या एज होना चाहिए? एज यंग एज 10 ईयर्स से भी स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं जिम में जाना. बट जनरली जिम्स अलाउ नहीं करते, 12-15 के बाद ही अलाउ करते हैं जिम्स में. बट एथलीट्स, बच्चे लोग जो एथलेटिक्स में है, दे स्टार्ट एज अर्ली एज 10 ईयर्स ऑल्सो.
With so much of knowledge that आपने जो pour in करा है आपके नए venture में BSL में, what is your vision for that? What are you winging for?
So when I started, my only goal was to train as many people as possible. Then I realized there is a limitation on reaching out to people. So I started my own academy where there will be trainers who will spread the word of health and fitness. So I could manage doing that. When I was playing, I realized that there's not too many studies done here in terms of health, fitness, or be it on athletes also. We don't have any kind of set up research centers. We have couple of them coming up now, but my only dream is to venture into research and development, to have a research institute where we will have a lot of athletes coming in, where we can do research on them, on the population, on our subcontinent population and then come out with a normative data for our people, and our athletes. So I want a huge research center with a lot of scientists working for us, coming out with some programs which will be specifically good for our population. Yeah, so that requires huge investment. It may require the government also to fund me.
I'm sure you will get there. It was wonderful to know about this abundance knowledge that you have and the passion that you have for health. I am personally keen to know your journey from 1,000 rupees session to this 10,000 rupee.
Now that is not 1,000 rupees a session.
Uh-huh.
That was 1,000 rupees a month.
Oh my God.
Okay, so the moment I got into fitness, did my certification program, I still remember my first client was in Cuff Parade. I used to stay in Badlapur, which was, central suburbs, which is almost 1.5 hours from VT station. Okay, so that's where I used to stay. And my first client was at Cuff Parade. So I had to travel a big distance to reach there. The remuneration what I was getting was just 1,000 rupees a month. It's not session, all right?
Vinny, your story really sticks me. Oh, I'm sure आपने इतने clients को train करा है. There must be that one person जिसका story has kind of stayed with you. Would you like to share that story with us?
I don't want to name the client because they they uh, they have trust in us in terms of keeping their identity. So I don't want to talk about the name, but there are so many clients. All right, I have trained couple of big celebrities, but I never want to name them. I never use them because even somebody who's not paying me is my best client. Somebody who's paying me very well is also my client. Everyone is my client. Everyone's journey is different. अगर मैं 1 किलो फैट लॉस करता हूँ शायद मेरे लिए वो बहुत अच्छा है. Somebody who's lost 10 kgs will also be a big journey. At the same time, it can be a small journey for them. So anyone who's showing any kind of improvement is great improvement. All right. So मेरे लिए ये जितने जर्नी में जितने भी clients आए, I treated everyone with equal respect and seriousness. बिकॉज़ मेरे लिए सब सेम थे। मैंने कभी ये नहीं सोचा है कि सेलिब्रिटी है। मेरे पास बहुत सारे सेलिब्रिटीज़ आके भी गए, बहुत सारे सेलिब्रिटीज़ को अभी भी ट्रेन करता हूँ, बट आई डोंट कीप देम एट हायर लेवल जस्ट बिकॉज़ दे आर सेलिब्रिटीज़। मेरे लिए सब सेम है। मेरे पास ऐसे भी लोग हैं जिनके साथ मैं चैरिटी भी करता हूँ, जिनसे मैं ज़्यादा चार्ज भी नहीं करता हूँ, ओनली बिकॉज़ आई लव ट्रेनिंग देम। सो मेरा ये सोचना है कि एक जर्नी के बारे में यू विल लुक एट माय company's Instagram profile. We don't put any before and after pictures, case studies, इतना कुछ नहीं डालते. Is only because we feel that everyone's journey and everyone's improvement is should be recognized. अगर आप recognize नहीं कर रहे, एक individual का कर रहे हो, then that you are being biased. So for me, all the clients are the same. But to name a few clients, I got a series of doctors. Okay, series of doctors because of one client. This is a celebrity influencer. I got him. He had a shoulder issue. So this guy came to me with his mom, who's a doctor, came to me and said, "Ki I've got a shoulder issue. It pops out the moment I sneeze." Okay, it was so bad, both the shoulders. It was an injury because. So this guy came and his mom also spoke कि डॉक्टर ने ये बोला, ये मत कराना, वो मत कराना. मैंने बोला आपको किसने रेफर किया है? तो उनको रेफर किया था एक और ऑर्थोपेडिक डॉक्टर है, उनके लड़के उनके लड़के में एक हिप का प्रॉब्लम था, लेब्रम टेयर बोलते हैं, वो प्रॉब्लम था. उसकी वजह से वो लड़का मेरे पास आया था एंड देन ही गॉट ट्रेन्ड अंडर मी एंड देन ही बिकेम बेटर. अब वो लड़के को किसने भेजा था? नादर कार्डियोलॉजिस्ट के लड़के ने जो मेरे अंडर ट्रेन किया था. वो लड़के को किसने भेजा था? एक पल्मोनोलॉजिस्ट ने भेजा था जो मेरे अंडर ट्रेन करता था. सो देयर वाज अ सीरीज ऑफ थिंग हैपनिंग एंड आई felt that because of this knowledge which I have gathered, these people trust me, the doctors trust me. All right. So I feel it's very important because misconception था लोगों में कि ट्रेनर्स मतलब अखाड़े वाला है, उसको कुछ नॉलेज नहीं है, जरूरत भी नहीं है. वो आएगा कराएगा, उसको बोलना इतना कराना है करके. So they all came to me with this thought process कि ये ट्रेनर है, ये इसको जितना बोलेंगे उतना ही कराएंगे. So I told this particular client कि you trust me, so you have to leave entire thing to me. Don't give your doctor ka knowledge to me. I know, I will study on the problem the client has got and I will tell you whether he should be training or not. जो पार्क्यू के बारे में मैंने पहले बताया, उसके थ्रू ट्रेन करना है कि नहीं वो मैं पहले बताऊंगा. एंड देन वी विल कम टू टुगेदर, वी विल वर्क एंड इम्प्रूव द condition. So it was very rewarding when I saw one doctor referred by another doctor. That doctor was referred by another doctor. ये सब डॉक्टर fraternity मेरे को अप्रोच किया because they thought this guy has got some knowledge about fitness.
I'm sure it's a knowledge and lot of empathy also that you had before considering it's all about karma. Nice. Thank you so very much, Binny. It was a lovely, lovely talking to you. I'm sure we'll be poured in with a lot of comments for our health concerns and everything. And may everyone get the trainer trained from your training. That's cool. I please tell us, viewer, what is your Instagram page and where they can reach out to you.
All right. So my Instagram page is Binny's Fitness Lab. We have a website also. That's www.bfl.fit. So you can get all the information on these two channels.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.